Good evening. I'm Dr. Broadnax. No.
It didn't pick me up. Oh,
I'm
me up saying that. Did it?
Oh my!
No, he didn't. No, what? Okay, see,
I
he's
just laugh
sensitive
every
tonight,
time he
y'all.
does this.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Rashan Broadnax.
I'm not a doctor, but I am Shaina Taylor.
I'm Ernest Collins.
I'm Riley Knoxx.
Hi, I'm Alvin King, and this is We Speak. Hello, everyone, and welcome to We Speak. We would like to welcome back our very own Ernest Collins. Ernest, how you doing today?
Great, thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss you guys, miss you guys.
Missed you more.
Glad to see that the rabbit is doing well. Well, let's get started doing what we do best. How you guys doing tonight? You good? Everybody ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay. All right, here we go. Who's running that screen?
Wait a minute.
I saw it move. I was
You
like,
ad-libbed as long as you could, huh?
As
You
long as I
ad-libbed
could,
as long
because
as you
he had
could.
the second section introduction. I was going to run that screen.
Sorry about that.
Okay, we good now?
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
A woman wrote into an advice column to say that she recently met a man who's 51 years old and has never been in a committed relationship. Would someone of this age who's never been in a relationship be a red flag, in your opinion, if you were dating them?
Hell yes.
I'd run as fast as
Really?
I
How
could.
can you be 51 and never have been in a relationship?
Well,
He's been in a coma.
well,
all
it
his life.
depends. It depends.
A committed
Okay,
relationship.
depends on what.
Well, it depends.
Was he locked up?
No, it depends. It depends.
Even people locked up have
Have
relationships.
relationships.
There are a lot of things. I mean, this person could have been suffering from low self-esteem, and all of a sudden, and had the best therapy ever, and now feeling their oats, and they're
Yep.
coming into who they
And
are.
I don't want to be the
Hey,
first
that's what
person
I
to
was
say
gonna say.
that.
I'm not gonna be the
I don't
first
want to be the
one.
trial.
Nope. Talk to me once you've got a little more like miles on you.
Well, is that
He's got
because
plenty of miles.
What you mean?
He got
He hasn't
AIDS
done it. He
miles.
got
He's
a
just
lot of-
committed now.
He's never been in a
It's not-
relationship,
we're not-
he's just-
yeah, I'm just assuming that he's been doing things along the way, but he's just
Just
committed
not
now.
willing
at
to
Would
this
you
point
like to be
somebody-
someone's first
Absolutely not.
relationship? Okay,
No,
then.
not at all.
That answers that.
Not at all.
but and I know we got to move to the next question, but how can you say that you wouldn't enjoy it if you've never tried it?
I don't have time to teach you.
But how about if the person never said that this would be my first committed relationship?
You could pick
could
up on
tell.
those things.
I
Yeah,
know.
because
I
I
would
was
just
like,
be
have
a-
you ever been in a
I'm
relationship?
just like, I'm
before?
just bad
I
at
just
it.
playing.
Let me say this.
No, you-
Yeah, I
Let
have,
me
but
just
I'm
say this.
just
When I'm
bad at
first
it.
dating someone, I asked, so when was your last relationship? And, why did it end? What happened? Not to go too deep, but I asked those questions.
Yeah.
And if
I
he,
may not tell you the truth.
well, then
I'm running by
See,
the
you're a liar,
first question.
and
I'm
I
running.
don't
somebody's
want
never been in a relationship.
No, I'm playing with y'all. I probably would run too.
Okay.
Honestly, I would run.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Because you'd run too.
Yeah. I'm getting it on a moped or something. I'm out of here.
Quick, fast.
Skateboard or one of those bike, those scooters.
After the recent death of legendary Gloria Vanderbilt, it was revealed that she left the bulk of her estate to her son, CNN host Anderson Cooper. Now she has two other children. One she left her New York apartment, and the other she cut out of her will completely. While not commenting on the particular case because the details haven't been made public, but should a surviving heir share the wealth with their siblings even if the parent cut them off?
Absolutely
You're not
not.
required
There's no
to at all,
obligation.
but if you want to have the kindness of your heart, but you're not required to if the parent didn't leave it to them.
And
I
it would
agree. I said the
depend
same thing.
on why the parent, because first of all, let's be honest, your parent is just not going to be like, oh, I have 3 kids here. You're not getting none just for no reason, and I'm going to give the rest to the other 2.
Something
There has to
happened.
be a reason. So it would depend on, for the other 2, how much do they know about the reason why this one is not getting it?
Well, the word should bothers me.
Okay.
The word should in that whole statement. Should the sibling give there.
Yeah, I'm thinking
What? No.
absolutely not, because I would be turning in my grave because I intentionally didn't give them
give it.
anything.
Right.
And if you're going to give them what I gave you, I want to take that back and give it to somebody else.
But you gave it to me.
Well,
For you. You knew I could,
And you can't give it to
you knew I
nobody.
cut her out. You knew I had zero intentions of her living off my money, and you going to go give it to her?
But after the person gives it, it's not
Haunting.
it's not Gloria's money anymore. It's the person she
Gloria
gave
is
it
gone.
to.
It's
But
gonna
it's a
always be
will,
her money.
and because it's a
Gloria.
will, that's just what it is. It's what she wanted done. Now, had there not been a will, then it becomes more challenging, like I believe Aretha Franklin or something like that.
Oh,
right?
we won't even.
I'm just saying that's just an
Then
example.
protest-
But there's
yeah.
a will, and it's definitely the way. Like Shaina said, it's the way. If I leave something a certain way, don't mess with
Don't
it.
mess
That's
with
just
it.
the way I designed it to be, and it should be that way.
But your desires were carried out. You have no control over what my desires are.
Right, yeah. And you're being selfish. If you want to do what you want to do with my money.
Well, you want to do what you want to do.
It's mine. I earned it.
You gone.
You know how many jeans I sold?
But Gloria gone. She's gone.
But see,
gone.
chances are, that's his sibling. He knows
He
what
knows
the
what's going on.
relationship
Yeah.
was
Absolutely.
Right.
with
Absolutely.
the mom. So I'm pretty sure he's in the same line. And she left it with him for a reason, because she knew he would do the right thing or do whatever she wanted to.
And I'm sure that sibling who was cut out, he or she is not broke.
I'm just
Okay.
mad that I never got
Okay.
one of her paintings.
Okay. She-
Or you know what I'm
Wow.
thinking? It's funny because I think it could be something not so deleterious. It could be that Gloria knew that kid would squander it off or not do the
Do
right
something with
thing.
the money.
And so Anderson can divvy it up and
Yeah.
ration it out, maybe.
Well,
Look, like maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
It wasn't shady. It was just really for protective purposes.
Anderson's off the market now, right? No,
I don't know, 'cause that's what I was
okay.
going to ask that.
Anderson's
But
off
I
the
think
market.
he is.
But
I think he is
that's
too.
that's
Yeah.
another talk show. Okay, on an episode a while back, our very own Shaina Taylor shared with us that she does a regular panty purge. Exactly how long do you hold on to your unmentionables?
I'm so curious to know the answer to this question.
And a viewer has asked this question. Okay, so
Oh, somebody.
somebody asked this question. So
Okay, so because I'm meticulous about stuff, I have different sets of panties. So I got like my workout panties, I got my regular panties, I got my pretty panties. So the workout panties have a shorter lifespan. So those are usually 3 months. I only keep those for 3 months. And then the other ones, I start to smell them or start to look at them to see if, I like them to smell fresh all the time. So if they don't have that still fresh new, they got to go.
ladies and gentlemen, who especially those who pose that question.
So yeah, so 3 to
Okay.
6 months.
I'm really wondering the answer to this question for the men. Like, how long do you guys keep your underwear? Because
Ever.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like,
Ever.
yeah,
You gotta-
right.
you gotta go-
Everybody
you
I've
gotta
ever
throw 'em
been with,
out.
like,
No. You gotta throw 'em
I
out
don't
when you're doing
understand
laundry.
guys who are dressed so pristine and so perfect and beautiful, and then they take their clothes off, and it's like these underwear that are faded or not attractive, and or may even have just a slight bit of hole. Like for me, if I see like from washing them, there's like washing your clothes breaks them down. So if you get like even a slight bit of hole while I'm folding them, or even my socks or anything, out, because eventually that hole's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. And just like you said, there's certain you can wash your panties as much as possible, but like sometimes you can't get like they only get but so clean. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm wondering how. I mean, and this might not
Guys
be
don't
the
do-
right group
they
of
don't
people
do-
to ask, because you
they
guys are
purge
very
them.
like.
Well, I don't know why we all wear underwear.
I was like-
Shaina almost
No, I'm
answered
gonna
it.
tell you why. Because the three of you are a different type of male. Like
Okay,
you're very
okay,
like
okay.
meticulous and pristine. Like I bet your underwear are perfect right now. Like I bet they're
Look at
beautiful,
this face.
right?
I would be on
don't need to say
the
that.
I would be on the contrary because I would think on the contrary because people who are so put together on the outside don't always
Sometimes,
pay
yeah.
as much
But there's
attention.
no way you wear like those ugly boxers, the big baggy ones. There's no way.
No. Well,
No,
I
no,
have
no, no.
them.
I know you wear boxer
So,
briefs.
Okay.
It depends.
She knows
Like
that, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think the same for women, depending on
We're a
what you're
close
wearing.
group up
You
here.
know, you wear a certain type of undergarment. So like.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because like we wear like I wear thong for certain thing, or I wear like a.
Exactly, but
You
I
wear
don't wear a thong.
I was gonna
no,
say, I don't-
but like for if I'm wearing something slim fit, then I need a slim fit undergarment.
So
you know?
so your underwear, how long do you keep them?
6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
I'm a brand person, so I will do a brand. I will do a brand until I'm not ready for it anymore, and then I'll go to another
go.
brand. The brand before that gets gone, thrown away.
Really?
Yeah, so and right now I can't mention the brand on TV, but I wear a brand right now, and that's the only brand that I wear.
Wow. How about you?
Wow.
Because the styles have changed, there's no longer just cotton underwear. There are different textures, different
Yeah.
styles. I'm big on trunk fit, boxer briefs sometimes. I throw them away once they start fading or when there's a hole in them, but I have actually too many. I probably should go through and throw some of them away.
Yeah, some
And
that
I will
don't even
never
get
wear
used as
some of
much,
them.
yeah.
But it depends, like you said, it depends on what I'm going to wear. When I take them off, I mean, it's always going to be appropriate. I have a lot, and I just need to get rid of some of them. But
Purge.
and another thing, I didn't know men's underwear cost so much.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
that-
$45 underwear.
Yeah.
That's
Where you
crazy.
Where you been?
One
But they
underwear,
feel so good.
$45?
They do feel
where you
good.
been?
Yes,
One
one
pair.
pair.
For men's underwear?
Especially if you like it. If you like it.
He said, if you like
If
it.
you like it. Okay. Do you all know that? Okay, this word is getting me. Polyamorous relationships are on the rise. A recent survey says that 49% of people under 30 believe that their next relationship would be non-exclusive. How do you feel about people who engage in this particular lifestyle?
It's, I mean, have at it, right? But at the end of the day, it's people who don't want to commit. It's not a commitment. Like, to commit to having everybody whenever you want them or whatever the rules are just basically means you're not committing.
But
Do you
isn't
think that some people do it to protect themselves from cheating?
Yeah, and people cheat because they don't want to commit.
Well, polyamorous is the relationship is it's more than one person, but it's still a committed relationship. So you still do have that commitment, but it may just be with 2 people or 3 other people. So I don't think it's so much of people not wanting to cheat or trying to protect themselves from cheating. To me, it's more of you realize that there may be one person that cannot satisfy you in total or in whole, but you may have 2 people and the dynamic does satisfy you as far as a relationship, and you do that for the other people as well.
But don't
So
you think that Americans, that we're kind of behind the curve?
we are, and
Because in other countries it works.
it works here.
Well,
Like,
it-
I know,
It depends
I think it's
on
just one of
what
those
generation
things
or
that
era you're talking
we
about.
right for years we're very we're
Prudish?
yes, when it comes to talking about
Judgmental.
relationship and sex
Especially in
and
the
all
black
that kind of
community.
stuff.
It's like you hear
So
somebody
we're
in the-
behind the curve when it comes to
especially in
that.
the black community. I think like if you hear someone say to you like they have 3 girlfriends, you're kind of
You're
like,
immediately like,
what? Are they black? Like what?
Right,
Are
like,
they, that's
they're
your
doing
first
that white
question
people
gonna
stuff.
be, like, are they gonna? Because I know the comedian D. Ray Davis. He has 2 girlfriends, and they're all in a relationship, and it just works for them, and they've.
But you have to
You
think,
know.
like in the Muslim culture, that works for them. And so the dynamic just has to be right. And one thing that I say, we can never say, or we should never say that something is wrong for a relationship or something in a relationship is wrong. It just has to work for the people that
Yeah.
are
It just may be wrong
within
for
that
you, you know.
relationship.
And
Right.
relationships are all about dichotomy. I mean, the dichotomy of
Absolutely.
somebody's relationship. You know what I mean? And that there's a trust factor in that type of relationship too. Now, I'm not sitting here advocating it because I've never been in it, but when I'm on vacation, sometimes and I get approached by couples. You know, it's somewhat flattering.
tell.
At the same, no,
Okay.
I get approached by
Really?
couples sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's a very indiscreet way that it happens. But if you know what you know about people and life, you're
You
like,
do it.
Well, no, no, you know,
do it.
you know it when it's happening.
Right.
Yeah, I've been
right.
approached by
Yeah,
couples before,
you
and I
know.
didn't know what was going on until I was like, oh.
Right.
That's what you guys. Like a woman comes up to
They're
me
like,
like,
"Meet
"You're
us by
so
the pool."
pretty," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Thank you." My husband thinks so too.
Right.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
that's it. That's it.
That is exactly when
That's
it's happening. Yeah.
yeah.
I've never
I'm like,
experienced that
tell him to
before.
come over
Say
and tell
what?
me.
I've never experienced that.
Let's go on
before.
vacation one time, and
I'll
be
introduce you to
offended.
some people.
I would. I'd be offended.
No,
I would be
I'm just
offended,
kidding.
Absolutely.
You would be offended?
Yes.
What makes you think I'm that?
You'd be
sweet
offended?
person? Like,
There you go.
get it from-
There you
Right.
go.
I know.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What about me?
So
says
you're one of those
that
DC prudish people that we just talked about.
Whoa.
Are
Is
you?
it just DC?
DC.
Well, no, we
I got
Okay,
lost in
all right.
DC, the
All
category
right,
of
just
DC.
forget-
no,
forget DC.
Okay, forget DC. Okay, I'm gonna move on, but you can talk to me later
Right.
about that. Recently published reports have said that entertainment mogul Oprah Winfrey producer director Ava DuVernay, and CBS This Morning News anchor Gayle King all have issues with being called auntie. They simply do not want to be referred as an Auntie Oprah, Auntie Ava, or Auntie Gayle unless it is by their own biological niece or nephew. Do you think this puts some sort of aging stigma on the word auntie?
I think that people do it out of respect,
It really
as
is.
opposed to just calling, like saying Miss Oprah or Miss Gayle or Miss Ava. Because people do it to Wendy all the time, and Wendy loves it. She says that it's like the younger girls, and she's an older statesman, so it's sort of
Right.
like, Auntie Wendy. It's better than just saying Mrs. Hunter.
And I don't even
Or
think that
Mrs.
most people would say Miss. They would just say Oprah, Gayle, or Ava.
Right.
And so to say like Auntie, like for Jill Scott, we do that a lot. We say Auntie Jill because it is like, I don't want to say it's not reverence, but it's, to kind of say that the person is above you in some level, but there's a relationship.
Exactly. And don't you think,
a closeness,
yeah, but also it's like,
like Uncle Alvin.
it's a sign,
I've
they're all,
never heard that expression before. I've never I've never
Listen.
heard of them calling anybody auntie.
Auntie?
Really?
Mhm.
I think it also they're like the aunties you wish you had, like Oprah, Gayle, and Wendy Williams and Ava DuVernay. They're like the aunties you wish were your aunties because they give you
Right.
good Christmas presents and stuff. Like,
Well, I've heard uncle a lot, Uncle Steve, that reference.
Yeah.
But something really happened to me one time. I was somewhere in the public, and I said something, and somebody turned around and said, "Oh, Uncle said," and I was like,
Unc.
Am I your uncle?
Yeah.
Is this a new phrase that I'm missing out on? I mean, is this what it is now? But I remember the first time I was dressed in jeans and a shirt and a baseball cap, and somebody called me sir. That threw me. It threw me for someone to actually say sir when I was like, "What's up, man?" "Fine, sir."
It made you feel old, or
But I
what?
thought about it, sir, as a
How
term
did
of
it make you
endearment,
feel?
so
How
I
did it
had to
make you
embrace. I had to
feel?
embrace it.
Okay.
It's a sign of respect, so
And
I had to
same
embrace
as
it.
That's what it is.
And that would be the same thing I think people mean when they say aunt and uncle
Right.
to somebody else that they really don't know.
But this whole auntie thing that Gayle, Ava, and Oprah are like bringing out, I mean, come on. I mean, first, at the end of the day, first of all, can people really walk up to Oprah and call her Oprah? There have been moments where she wants people to call you Miss Winfrey, or Miss King, or Miss DuVernay. Is this really news, y'all? Okay, come on. Don't stop tripping. I mean, first of all, you should be glad that some people are calling when they
Say, call
stop
your
calling
name
your
anyway.
name. Then you need to be concerned. Okay,
Are we ever going to stop calling Oprah's
I'm
name?
gonna call her Oprah.
But-
Oprah.
but
Oprah.
Long
Oprah.
after she's dead.
But
we'll still be talking about
she
Oprah.
do another Michael
Owen.
Jackson interview, they're gonna stop calling her name. Okay? Don't you be messing with Michael Jackson. Okay,
Ain't that the truth?
Okay, you keep messing with Michael Jackson, but I just think that. But on another note, call me by my name. If I'm Alvin. You're Riley.
Are you offended when people say Mr. Alvin?
if they're older than
Everyone calls me Miss Riley.
Than 18,
Everyone.
yeah.
And I'm not even old. Some people who are older than me call me that. So you're offended when people call you Mr.?
No, I'm not offended by that. But when I'm not really offended unless somebody calls me Al.
Because you've never given permission.
Don't
to call me
don't
Al.
call me Al.
Say,
Don't
'cause that
shorten
is
my
not my
name. Or,
name.
but
I'm offended when people call me Mr. Ernest. I think
You
that's
are?
so country. Yes.
It's country,
Being from
yeah.
California, or being raised in California, Mr. Collins was always it. Everything was.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I was introduced as Mr. Ernest, and I was like, whoa, that's a little too Southern for me. I mean, it's just not appropriate. But everybody does it here, and that's something I probably still won't get used to.
well,
Sorry, Mr.
ladies and
Ernest.
gentlemen, before we go into a commercial break, and while you're running to get your coffee or tea or something to join us again after the commercial, ask yourself what's in a name, okay? And while you're doing that, we will be right back. Take care.
I am courageous.
I am stylish.
I am conscious.
I am a trailblazer.
I am the greatest. I'm dedicated.
I am dominant.
Hey, baby, got some sneaks for me, huh? Yeah, I got you. What's up with you? Got these Jordans, huh? He built gels, but I take them, baby. Ooh, you got the LeBrons with the receive hairline. I take them, but I need them Colin Kaepernicks, bro. Mill with no caps. Mill with no caps, the Dookie Ookies? Listen, bro, I need a size 6. My feet kind of small, size 6.
All right, I got you. Right.
My man. Listen, man, believe in something until you sacrifice everything. Mill for cap.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before we went to a commercial break, you gotten you a cup of coffee because we got some more tea to spill. Recently, a video went viral of a kindergarten graduation where when the teacher started to talk, one little boy yelled out, "Shut the F-bomb up." When the teacher asked, "Do you want to leave?" the little angel replied, "No, the B word." The child was then extricated from the room. Under these circumstances, what?
Right. Say the word. It'll get bleeped out.
Oh, so well, because I didn't know.
You can say bitch and you just say shut the F up.
You can say shut. Don't say the F word, but you can say bitch.
You can say shut the F up. And
Okay, you're going to
say that?
I didn't know
F
that.
up. Read it exactly how it is.
First of all, this show is going good. Don't let it get aired because of your foolery. Okay.
You can say bitch on TV. They say bitch on The View.
Okay.
They say bitch on The View.
don't.
I'm sorry. I don't say it in my house. I'm ready.
Bitch.
I'm ready.
Bitch, please.
Y'all ready?
No, and FX.
Okay.
And 5. Give me a count, please.
Ooh.
Okay.
Restart the clock, bitch.
That's in the blooper reel.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of We Speak. Okay. This cast is crazy. Recently, a video went viral of a kindergarten graduation where when the teacher started to talk, one little boy yelled out, "Shut the F up." Then, when the teacher asked, "Do you want to leave?" the little angel replied, "No, bitch." The child was then extricated from the room. Under these circumstances, who's to blame for this child's behavior?
His parents.
Simple. Parents.
Is that a hard?
First of all, I want it better. Did he say no, bitch? Or did he say no, bitch? Like, I want it
See, I was thinking the same thing. Bitch.
Say either which way.
Oh, bitch.
First of all, he knew how to use the words, so that's my problem. And you're in
Because
kindergarten.
if I say to you, like, no, bitch, girl, let me tell you, or no, bitch.
You ready to fight?
It's determined whether we're about to fight or not.
The emphasis on the, exactly.
Well,
but in all seriousness, he needs his ass.
Yeah.
Product of his environment.
But I'm going to blame the teacher,
Yes.
first of all, because once a kid says, "Shut the F up," and then you say, "Would you like to leave?"
Okay.
But first of all,
Like, it's just, she deserved that.
but
But
wait a
no,
minute, because if that was my child, as soon as I would have heard it, I would have been, let me get up and get him off that stage because there's a problem.
No, I
Oh, I
think
forgot this is at the graduation.
Yes.
Oh, this is a graduation.
this is the graduation.
Well, where y'all been?
Kindergarten?
Yes, that's what I'm
So
saying.
you hear that
You
at
have to wait till
home.
you're in the 12th grade to do this because then you ain't got to go back to school no more.
But see, as a parent, if it was heard, by the teacher couldn't even ask a question before I would have leaped out the chair
That's what
and
I'm
grabbed
saying.
little Tommy,
okay.
Snatched him
Cynthia,
up off
So
the
to be
stage.
fair, I'm gonna share this quick story because I'm always telling you guys funny facts about me.
Okay.
So at my preschool graduation, I know this is hilarious, but we had planned, preschoolers, you plan what you're gonna do at the graduation. So we were all supposed to do a nursery rhyme. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm doing Jack and Jill. The people around here are doing their other stuff. I didn't care what other people were doing. I knew what I was gonna do.
You're doing Jack and
The
Jill.
kid before me makes up his mind that he's going to do Jack and Jill. And so I'm like, wait a minute, that's mine, and I don't have anything else prepared. What did I do? Product of my environment. Shake your groove thing. Honey, I went into full Peaches and Her. Shake your groove thing from beginning. I shook it high, I shook it low. I did the whole song. I broke out in song, dance, choreography, and everything. My mom said she just sat there and was like,
I am mortified.
because she's not going to snatch me down because then that makes it bigger
Right.
than what it is.
She's like-
but I mean, What you supposed to do?
But you didn't call anybody.
I
a bitch.
improvised.
You did not call anybody a bitch, and I think the parents should take responsibility for that because teachers have it hard enough having to deal with everything, and
that's
they
true.
have to deal with managing that kind of behavior. That's
And the teachers, they know.
You know.
I wonder what she was saying when he said, "Shut the f up."
I don't.
Like what was? Because we think
but
it.
for a kindergarten kid to not only use those words, but also know how to use those words.
Right. Well, they know
That's
how
what
to be
but
comfortable
but
using it
you're
out
either
loud.
watching the wrong kind of TV or the adults that you're around
Aren't watching themselves.
I
are
wouldn't even
saying
say
whatever
it's
they
the
want
TV.
around you.
But that
It's
shows how
the
times have changed.
adults.
When I was coming up, when we were coming up, when you were in elementary, you couldn't curse. I don't know any kid that actually cursed that said anything. I mean, I remember the first time I ever cursed in front of, I was kind of sheltered and protected, but I cursed in front of a aide that lived on my parents' block, and they knew me, and I was walking with my friends, 7th grade, and I said something, and the first thing I heard was, Mr. Alcorn, Ernest, is that you? Oh, I'm going to tell your daddy. I know. And it was just like cranking down notches. Now everybody's saying it.
Well, let me ask you this. Did your parents curse in front of you?
When they got angry.
Okay.
But other than that, in general, no.
Okay. And I think that is what kind of makes the difference, because a lot of times children emulate what they see regularly in the household.
Especially now.
So like I would agree, in anger, I've heard my parents use
Expletives.
Yeah. But, and so I grew up not doing it, even being offended when I heard it, into like my 20s. And it wasn't until well in my 20s then I start, something happened. But yeah, it was like when parents do things regularly, the children gravitate to that. I worked in a kindergarten class and watched a child every day rub a girl's leg. And the teacher couldn't figure out why is he doing it. She would tell him to stop.
You're getting ready to go into another.
No, but I'm just saying how
they emulate.
And the parents did it. And when the parent came in, they admitted. The mother admitted that the father does it. And so that just goes to show how they pick up any little thing that they see regularly.
So going back,
and associate
the
it.
parents are responsible.
They are.
For that.
Like I said in the beginning.
Okay.
5 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about somebody else's kids right now. Entertainer Jennifer Lopez said in an interview that she wants her upcoming wedding to Alex Rodriguez to be in a church because she's been married 3 times before, but never in a church. She also said that although her first marriage was for 11 months, the second one was for 9 months, and the third to Mark Anthony was for 10 years, she does not count the first 2.
I agree.
If you're married to somebody, shouldn't they count no matter what?
Absolutely.
They were trying.
Yes, they should count no matter what. Especially when you invite us, the public, into your situation. Yes, it matters.
She
and
said,
yes, it
I
counts.
do.
And then she said she doesn't.
She said, I do. And then 9 and 11 months later, she said she doesn't. But she said, I do.
Well, it's situational, right? So we knew when she married the dancer, that wasn't like real marriage. That wasn't real marriage. We knew it wasn't real. The first
Hollywood.
husband, that wasn't real either, because I remember seeing her at the Oscars, because she had just married him right after she had done Selena.
Okay.
And I remember seeing them on the red carpet. I was like, oh, she's not going to be with him a long time. Because he could barely speak English, and now she's blown up to be this huge star. You can't. I almost said something very inappropriate, which is known. But I was like, she's not going to be with him for a long time. She just blew up to be a big star too quick, and that wasn't going to count.
She shouldn't count it as a marriage?
She married top name Ben Affleck, right?
Well,
She didn't marry him.
No,
she didn't. She just dated him.
Bennifer.
engaged.
They were
Oh.
engaged.
Well, maybe she's thinking because it was less than a year.
Yes, if it's less than a year,
like,
don't count
it's
it.
I
like,
wouldn't count
no.
it
Doesn't
either.
matter.
I
You
wouldn't
have to
count
count
it.
it.
And
When
I
you say
mean-
I do, you count it.
Jennifer,
I think everybody just does whatever they
do
want.
whatever you want. I know.
You can count yours.
Clearly,
I'm not going
clearly,
to count
I
mine.
mean, for the sake of the show, we're talking about it. But at the end of the day, Jennifer, you do you, right?
Well, to be fair, if we didn't already know about it, you could not count it. But it's public record, so she's got to count it.
She got to count
She's
it.
got.
Is she gonna wear white?
I'm sure. But these days, wearing
She's
white
getting
has
married
nothing to
in
do
a church.
with
It doesn't.
She has to wear
Right.
white.
Exactly.
She looks good in anything, so it doesn't
But
matter.
that tan skin looks really good.
I'm going to ask you all a question, just kind of off the cuff. What was the single best realization you've ever had?
What's your aha moment?
The single best realization?
I know mine. I just don't want to be the first one.
That's
to
not
answer.
that's not a question that you ask off the cuff. I have to
know,
think
'cause
that.
that's-
It's going to be
Yeah, but mine is
forever.
easy.
Well,
you
because
could probably kick it off.
you all
I have to think.
are so expressive.
Single.
And,
I don't know.
I mean, I think. Oh, Riley, go ahead. 'cause
Mine is
Single
easy.
mom.
Go
The
ahead.
single best realization I ever had in my life was that I was born in the wrong body. And the single best thing I ever did in my life was change that.
that's
I love that. So
Single
that,
greatest thing I ever, it doesn't matter what I do, if I go on to win an Oscar or a Pulitzer Prize or whatever, it will always be the single greatest thing I've ever done in my life. But it's the single greatest realization, because then from then on, my life became about what am I going to do to achieve what I want to be. From the very moment that I realized that I was born in the wrong body and I wanted to be a girl.
You could always say that and it not ever. It will always get the same reaction as it's getting out of me right now. I'm like speechless.
It's like, oh yeah, that's right.
I know,
I
right?
just want to say, okay, applaud you, something. I want to give you some wine, anything.
Oh,
some wine.
I want to do that. So thank you. No, you could say that. Anytime you want. I
Say it
think
anytime you want.
Anytime you want. I think. Because I feel like I've had a lot of realizations, but one of them was actually going back to school in at such a late age in my 50s and finishing school, and I was the first person in my family to get a degree.
Oh, wow.
And that was, but I went back at like 55 I graduated at 55.
Wow.
And so that hit me like, wow, that's a huge accomplishment out of everything that I've ever had. So that was a huge realization for me to get that and to be able to share that.
That is awesome.
For me, I would think that at a few years back, I realized that I spent a lot of energy and time focusing on pleasing other people. And then I realized that I cannot spend so much energy, because you can never please all the people all the time. You can only please some of the people some of the time. And some people you can just never please.
So you might as well please yourself.
Please myself first and make that a priority.
Aren't you happier now?
Wow.
It's good.
And then do you sometimes think to yourself like, man, if I done that a long time
10,
ago,
15
I
years
wasted so much time.
Yeah. That's my single best realization.
I'm gonna give somebody else a chance because I want to say something, but I need to give my colleagues a chance.
I know
to.
you got it.
Well,
I know you got.
it took me a minute to come to it, but I would have to piggyback off of you, and I would say, like, because the person that you see is not the person that always was. And so for years, like you were talking about being shy, I would have never done anything like this. But it was because I was so focused on what are other people's perception of me when I speak, when I do certain things. And then when I just got to a point where it didn't matter, then it was just like Pandora's box opened.
Right. Oh my God.
Look what popped out.
Hey, Ma, look what popped out.
And I honestly got to piggyback off of you. And I mean, I'm not trying to blow our producer's head up, but the day he called me and said, I have a project and I think you're the person that I want to host a TV show, I was looking at him like, yeah, right, right. Like, and he was so set like I was that guy. And he has no idea what that has done to me and my confidence over the last like 6 years we've been doing this, 5 years. Yeah, so that was a realization that I didn't even see coming out of left field, and here we are today, cutting up.
Believe it or not, I'm still living mine. I haven't. I'm still in transition, I guess. There's still so many things going on. I could kind of piggyback off a lot of stuff, but that's not really it yet. I know where it is, and we're still heading in that direction. So I'm just not there yet.
You're not.
Where it is, I know I'm supposed to be something that I'm really shocked at the gift that I like. Some people say if I would have done that a long time ago. I'm still in transit to where it is I'm going. So it's really kind of hard to say. It's still in motion as we speak.
That's okay.
Right now.
Well, that is good. I mean, I'm enjoying going with you on that ride too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You guys are definitely helping.
you're cool.
I'll definitely say
Real
that.
cool. So, what if you could change one thing about the world? What would it be? Get rid of who?
Yeah, I was gonna say, take that off the table. Like, if we
Get
just
rid of
That's
who
too
right
easy.
now?
That's too easy.
Get rid of who?
Can we get a redo?
Oh, no, get
reset.
Donald Trump out of that
I think
office.
everybody thinks the same.
Get him out. So I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything more important.
Oh, well, change about the world. You said
What I would
about the
change
world.
about the world is more would actually take care of that problem.
Yes.
Is that everyone in the world sees other people as they see themselves? Because when you see yourself, see other people as you see them, as you see yourself, then you want the same things for other people. And that's where
let's pick people who want stuff for
themselves.
themselves.
With all the racism going on in the world and the president that you guys have, and that's literally like the problem in the world right now is that people think that we're so different, and people think that don't see other people as they see themselves. They think they're better than other people, or think whatever. So that's what I would change, and that would totally get rid of that president.
I would agree.
Riley is deep this season, y'all.
She's so
and
deep.
she's turning us this season. Okay.
I've always been deep. I just showed the shallow side.
I like both sides. I'm here for both sides.
She's turning us. I'm sorry, Rashan. You were going to say something?
No, I would say that I would agree, and to that I would just say to be more accepting, just across the board for people to be more accepting of one another, and that would heal a lot of the issues that we see.
Inclusion and acceptance. Absolutely. Because I do believe we are all different, and I just want to see people identify the differences if you must. And then accept it and embrace it, and then just learn and grow with and around other people, because we're not going to be the same. I don't want to be the same.
We're not supposed to be the same.
It wasn't designed that way.
And then respect everyone's choice, whatever it is, and to really genuinely respect it as opposed to judging behind your acceptance.
I sat on a bus coming back from New York this week, and this guy sat beside me on his phone having an argument with his girlfriend, and Pandora wasn't working, and I tried to accept his differences, that he was different. But I tell you, it was so hard. If that bus could stop and that window was open,
you jumped out.
One of us would have been gone. So I hear that, but then there are exceptions. It really are. What if you could start your life all over again? What would you do differently? And we have 2 minutes.
Nothing. I want this all again the same way.
Yep. I can't say that.
All again.
I would pay attention to finances. I'd be a lot more responsible of the choices that I made at a younger age, so I would be more set than climbing to get to where it is in that achievement level right now.
I would bring disco back. I would have disco, okay? Because when disco and Donna Summer and all these people were singing, there was nobody hurting anybody. There was nobody killing anybody.
It was a lot of drugs.
It was a lot of drugs. Maybe it was a lot of drugs.
Was good.
But nobody was hurting. I mean, people were just so free and doing things that made people happy.
And that was before HIV.
And that was before HIV, but it did hit
before drugs.
But before HIV hit, it was disco.
It was disco.
It was disco. And so bring it back.
And everybody was happy.
I'm sorry.
So if I were to go back and change any one thing, I would be reminded, or now I know, that the body you got is going to be the same one that you end up with. So I would treat it much better
than you did.
A longer length of time instead of now trying to overcorrect to get the thing back under control. Sheesh.
We got a minute. Any closing remarks from anybody before? Because, we're going to go to another break, but I know you all might have something else.
Give me back my body from my early 20s.
You should have taken care of it in your early 20s.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it looks mighty good now.
Well, thank you. You should have seen it then.
You should have. It does look good. Don't get me wrong. But
it looks mighty good
seen
now.
It then,
and ladies and gentlemen, I'm not being.
How can it be better? Like
she takes very good care of herself. And
I'm sorry.
You did just go there.
Oh, we got pictures, man.
I think this conversation is getting a little too heated, and we're going to go to a commercial. To a break. And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Come back and stay with us on.
Why? Why?
Why are you following me?
Why my hoodie make me look suspicious?
Why does my music make me dangerous?
Why are people that are supposed to protect me attacking me?
Why are you afraid of me? Why do you think I'm dangerous? Why do I afraid of people who are supposed to protect me?
Why can't I make a peace sign without you labeling the gang sign?
Why does standing your ground only work when I'm on the ground?
Why do you show this photo over this one?
Why do you only stop and frisk me?
Why do you have low expectations for me?
Why can't I run down the street without causing alarms?
Why do you think I'm a thug?
Why do you assume I'm armed? Why can I breathe? Why is my mom scared every time I leave the house?
Why are you targeting me?
Why am I a target?
Why?
Why? I know why. And it has to stop. It must stop.
Because I have dreams. Because I can change the world.
Because I will make a difference. Because I have a family. Because I am strong.
Because I'm talented.
I have a voice.
I can find a cure.
I have goals.
I can lead the country. I am determined.
I have a future.
Because I'm a scholar.
I am powerful.
I'm someone's friend.
I'm someone's brother.
I'm someone's son. Someone loves me.
And because my life matters too.
My life matters.
My life matters.
My life matters. My life matters. My life matters.
All lives matter.
And so did theirs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting close to the end of our show today, but we still have some more talk for you. Should people care more about doing the right thing or doing things right?
What's the difference?
I like doing things right, and then if I'm doing things right, then I think I'm doing the right thing.
Which is the same, yeah.
Well, you can do what's wrong, but do it the right way.
Come on now.
Only Shaina.
You could do it wrong.
Give me an example.
You could be doing it wrong, but doing it the right way.
You could be doing
What's an example of
You could be
that?
doing the wrong thing. So let's say,
That's profound.
let's say we were talking about undergarments before earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I have on something that I should probably have a thong on because you don't want to see the lines coming through. Okay. But I don't. I wear those full panties, but the ones they say seamless.
Yes.
Seamless ones. So you got a little line, but not really a line.
Right.
I did it right because I didn't wear
They're
the big
seamless.
granny panties. They're seamless. But it's not the right thing. The right thing would have been to wear the thong.
You know what? I just thought of something. I just thought of a really good example, as a hairstylist. So you could do the hairstylist the right way, but it could be the wrong hairstyle. It could be a
There
really
you go.
messed up looking hairstyle, but you did all the right steps and made it look really
Finishing was good.
Yeah, you cut it properly, the right whatever rules or whatever thing.
Or you gave the person
it was
the
the
wrong
wrong
But
hairstyle.
it's-
You're
but
like,
it's
that
wrong.
hairstyle is great, but
yeah.
not on you.
It's-
Like, put it on
So
this
then
hair.
it's
right, but
wrong.
it's ugly.
So
So then to
wrong.
me, it's just wrong.
So it's not right.
It's wrong, but you
no,
did it right.
because the thing
You
is,
did the person wrong,
The
but you did the style right.
process you did the right way, but then again, you didn't.
well,
do
no,
the
But it was
because
wrong
even if you
for you
say,
to give it
even
to
if you
them.
say the process, part of the process is your consultation. And when I realized your facial shape, then I know that hairstyle was not going to be right for you. So therefore, that was the wrong thing to do
I can't
from
always
the
give you
beginning.
what you want. I got to give you what you need.
And I say it all the time, baby.
So-
you will get what you need, not what you want.
Hopefully they go together.
There goes that myth, Trina.
Sometimes they do.
That's gone. Okay. Who is the most annoying celebrity according to you?
Roseanne Barr.
Good one. That's a good one.
That's good.
Because every time you hear her voice, you're like,
Now, you know,
And she's
Wow.
wrong, but yeah.
Yes.
the girl, the actress that used to
That
be
Fran
married to
Drescher?
Robin Thicke.
Paula Patterson?
Paula
I-
Patton?
Paula
I mean, Paula Patton.
I find her acting so annoying.
Oh, her
to
acting
me.
is annoying.
Her acting
Really?
is annoying to me. She's so I find it annoying.
You've seen stuff she's in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay. I was about to say the shade.
I mean,
She's like,
and there,
so shady.
There are at times that John Legend's wife
Chrissy
under my
Teigen?
skin.
You find her irritating?
Oh.
She gets under my skin sometimes.
I think
She's
he's
just hard to look at.
Oh, Riley, I think he doesn't like attractive women.
Yeah, because she's
or women that people think are attractive.
and funny.
What?
Yeah,
Is she beautiful?
She's gorgeous.
You think she's
I don't think
beautiful?
she's.
But I
She
think
was
it's
a
her
model.
personality.
I mean,
think her
I don't want this to
personality
go
is what
viral
makes
where
her-
I'm saying that she's unattractive. I'm not saying
She is
that.
so hilarious.
She's
She's
really
funny.
beautiful. But I just think
She's the
sometimes,
queen of Twitter.
just sometimes she gets under my skin. I just go,
Okay.
Ugh.
Who do you find irritating and annoying? Or annoying?
Roseanne Barr.
Oh, you did say that. Who do you find?
Like, I don't know. I'd have to probably say Roseanne Barr. If I said the one I want to say, you'll probably get a little upset.
ooh.
Kim Kardashian.
Uh-oh.
Well, how do you find her annoying?
Because I'm just saying.
Why do you find her annoying? Because you know nothing about her?
No, everything
That's
is
why.
always about her personal attention. Everything is to bring the whole sunlight, the world to her only, and it's so much.
But you've
bigger
never
than
seen her
just
show,
that.
right?
I passed through. It never caught my
Well, you
attention
know what?
long
Let
enough
me
to stay.
piggyback. I'll say Kim Kardashian, and I have watched the
have
show
watched the show.
because
And
there
that's
was
why.
one show
Say
that I saw recently, and I was like, "Girl, yeah, you are annoying," and she was pissing everybody off, and I was like, "Now I can see, and I hope this is just for TV."
And Chloe, pretty much most of them.
Chloe.
You know who
That's
I
all I'm
find
saying.
annoying? Anyone that just can't be serious, that's a comedian, but can't, like, they're always joking and irritating. I find Martin Lawrence very annoying.
I would have to agree with
find Kevin Hart annoying. I find Tiffany Haddish annoying sometimes.
have to agree.
I find, oh my God, Chris Rock is so annoying to me. People who just can't.
Turn it off.
Right.
Right.
Even if in a movie, if they're like, I could never be friends with Like, okay, so maybe Martin, the character from Martin Payne, you know, not Martin Lawrence, from his TV show. I couldn't understand how they could be friends with him. He would joke about every single thing. He was just so irritating.
I was in the bathroom with Martin one time, and somebody came and said, "Oh my God, it's Martin." He said, "No, it's a dude with his in his hand."
Right.
So he never. You're right. He never turns it off. He never seems.
Well,
to
I
turn it
think
off.
that was quite honest.
That's actually very honest.
I think that was very.
No, it was.
Rude
it was
to
Martin
interrupt
Lawrence. It was really
somebody
him.
But
they're
But that was a
doing-
little extra stuff.
But
Nobody
I
really-
don't think he was making a joke, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I think he was saying, dude,
Don't talk to me while I'm.
don't.
Right.
This is what I don't.
But
think
that's
he,
quick.
I don't think he was making a joke. I applaud
He was a
that one.
comedian, in my
I wish
opinion.
I was in the bathroom. with him.
Everybody was laughing when
It
he
was
said it.
annoying to me. Well, not okay. So right now, the person that's annoying me the most isn't really a celebrity, but that doggone Eddie Murphy's ex-wife.
Oh.
All that mess that's come out about her kissing that husband.
So what do you, wait,
I haven't known.
I
I think there's more to that story.
You
I
didn't
really
hear
think
about
she-
that?
was she- I think there's more to that story.
She's
It's gotta be.
apologized now.
She's
She
apologized?
came back and apologized.
First of all,
for-
because she knew.
But she has a track
She
record of-
knew what was going
say.
on.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Let's bring you up to speed.
You're so getting
no,
off subject.
no, because we have to get to the show. We're talking about celebrities.
Oh.
If she's not a celebrity.
I mean, what she's a
Celebrity.
celebrity.
Oh, no. Y'all know her. She is not a celebrity. Don't even try.
She's a celebrity.
We're gonna go.
She may not be an
Celebrity.
actor, but she's a
She's
celebrity.
got her
By way
own show,
of-
where she had her own show.
No, come on, y'all. We're gonna
Nicole
go to
Murphy's
another.
a celebrity.
We're gonna
All
go
right.
Who would have
Go
another
ahead.
celebrity that's really annoying to all of us?
And she was engaged and
You
married
have
to a
one
lot of
that's
other
To
celebrities.
all of us, Donald Trump.
He's
He's not a
that-
celebrity. He's a nobody.
famous.
We're gonna go to the next quiz because y'all having
He's a
problems
name.
here.
We,
Celebrity.
we
She
just know
She
him.
apologized. She
What is-
We
apologized.
got to talk more about that.
Okay.
All right.
What is the worst thing your
Half
mom
of-
has ever caught you doing?
Oh wow.
As a kid,
Period.
Lying. Because I don't get caught doing much.
Probably say that.
Yeah,
I
just
can't.
lying.
After.
oh,
That is when she. Well, yeah,
you can
that's
stop
it.
masturbating.
Well, they can beep,
Well, that's
bleep,
a longer
bleep it or
word.
do whatever. It was easier to say
Well,
that.
and look, I'm sitting there holding my head down like we're not all grown. And
I'm here for it.
But I'm just like, okay.
Get to the point.
I will
Okay.
say this: my mother,
You ate your
as
true
an
one.
adult, my mother has called while I was watching porn on my phone. So it's like you're in the middle of watching porn, and then all of a sudden, mom comes up on the thing. I'm like,
I feel like you got caught.
do you have a
Like you got
camera
caught.
knowing that I'm delicate? Come on, woman. So annoying.
My mom died when I was. She died when I was 30, and the only thing I can remember where I was just talking back to somebody in a shoe store, and she thought it was inappropriate. And she slapped me, and I still feel that ringing. that ringing. That's when parents discipline
those were
their
real.
kids.
Those
and
were real.
She slapped me so hard, I think I felt the ringing for like 3 days. So
Wow.
yeah, and so she caught me talking back to somebody, but I don't think of anything else.
Yeah, I wasn't bad. I didn't get caught doing stuff.
Yeah, I was a good kid.
You were good at what
Or
you
you just
did.
didn't get caught.
You were good at what you did.
Yeah,
That's
you did
what
everything
it
wrong right.
Well,
To the point that you didn't get caught.
Since you all are like so good, would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron?
I like to be just the way I am today, a hot moron.
I just want to be a hot genius.
I want to be just like this. I want to be a hot moron.
I'd rather be a hot moron because they don't care if you're dumb and can't talk. You better look good.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
That's good.
I can pull a genius and have geniuses around me.
I can't do my job as an ugly intellectual.
I'd rather be an ugly moron because I can change the ugly.
Well, that was an option.
That wasn't an option.
Yeah.
You had to be beautiful, moron, or
well,
ugly.
ma'am, I'm an ugly moron right now.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not
No,
ugly
no,
at
no.
all.
But that wasn't
Not
an option.
physically.
There was an
Well, you
ugly
didn't-
moron was an
no,
option.
no,
He
no.
gave two options,
What
A
I'm
or B.
saying
What would make
is-
you an ugly moron?
No, listen. I would choose to be the ugly moron because being an ugly genius.
Yes,
Oh.
okay.
That's what it
Yeah, we
was.
were like, that was
Ugly
You created a
genius.
whole category.
Yeah, okay. So ugly genius because then later I can change the ugly part. Because being a genius, I'll have money.
Well, here's the thing.
You can't
Good
change
Lord.
There's
Yeah,
some
you
really
changed it down the
ugly
line.
geniuses.
You can't change it.
There's some ugly
see my
geniuses.
face? You
Bill
can't
Gates,
change ugly.
a lot of ugly geniuses, and they get pretty far in life because they're so smart and so, like, you know, whatever.
But they don't get laid by
But-
the best looking people.
Yeah, no, see,
I
here's
don't
the
care.
and people ever have the great best intentions. Like, they're clearly marrying you for your money. Like, Melania definitely
know
married
that.
him for his money.
But you know that.
Yeah.
But I don't
When
even
you have
but-
money, you know that people
I
are.
don't even think he's a genius.
But let's be clear, when you're
He's
good
not a
looking, you
genius,
can get
I'm saying
money.
he's rich.
Just said rich.
Yeah.
You can get rich good looking too.
Yeah, he's not a genius.
A la Nicole
But
Murphy.
if you're a
Let's bring
rich
that heifer back.
No
moron,
matter what.
then people don't want you for who you are. It's usually for the money or what you can do for them. So I'd
Yeah, but
probably
see,
have to
here's
go
the
with
thing. Have you ever noticed that people who are really, really attractive get really far in life, even
Absolutely.
they?
Absolutely.
So
They did
I
those
would
studies.
much rather be just
They did those
beautiful.
But
I
to
agree.
what you said, it can be the same way. When you find someone who's a beautiful moron or whatever
He
the
can't even-
thing was,
can't
you know,
even-
people don't. They want you just for the beauty.
Absolutely.
So it's one of the.
Yeah, but you know
I
what?
mean,
They also expect less from you.
And you
too.
drive better when you're
Like,
in
no
that
one
position.
expects you to be smart, so they just kind of give you a pass with everything. I promise you.
You said you
It
drive
works.
better.
and then when you say something smart, they're like,
Oh
genius!
my God.
You end up being a genius
Like I said,
anyway.
she's so deep. I'm like, I've always been deep. I just play dumb.
There's some wires going across right here that are not connected. I don't know what it is.
You end up being called
But,
a genius anyway.
We're gonna go to the next question. When was the last time you immediately regretted something you said?
A few minutes ago on this show, when I said that my mother watched me. My mother caught me.
Watching porn.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think something I said that I regretted. It wasn't public, but I did say it to somebody, and I just thought, Alvin, that wasn't the right thing to say, and I shouldn't have said it, but I said it.
You did.
I said it, and I knew it was wrong, but I said it.
Did you say it right?
I said they heard me. It was clear. It was no
Said the right
mistaking what
thing.
I said, but it wasn't appropriate. I know that.
Okay.
So that was earlier today. So here we go. So anybody else? It was wrong. Okay. What's y'all sitting up here? Y'all close because closed mouth don't get fed.
I try to.
Using only the first letter of the word. What is your favorite curse word?
F.
I'm like,
B.
Really?
Mine is D.
Mine is F.
D?
D.
F and F.
That's not even a curse
Dam's not a
word.
curse
Well, I don't know. It depends on which word it is. Does it end in a K?
It's a
That's not a curse word.
It is a curse word.
That's just an inappropriate.
Say it around your mama.
It depends on how you use it. It's
Another
a
name for
curse word.
Richard.
It's a curse word, and so, yeah, mine's with a D.
Well, was that your D?
D.
Was that your D word, or was it a different D word?
I'm lost. I'm,
You know what?
I'm playing with words here.
Shayna got it, but I'm not even gonna mess with
Okay,
her.
because you were thinking the other word with the D.
No.
I'm still there.
You could.
But because our producer didn't tell us to say the word, we're going to move on to the next question. Because he didn't say the word. He said alphabet.
That's it. Okay.
Right.
So how would you rate your uh-oh.
Huh?
Did everybody respond?
Yes.
When they could.
I heard Riley's, I heard yours. I didn't hear everybody.
He said B, I said F, she said F.
And I said F or WTF.
Yeah, and he said D. So we all said it.
Did you just break the flow of the show?
Yeah, he did.
My God.
It's like
we heard it. Okay. Okay.
So F.
Okay.
F is my word.
This question might be a little hard for all of you.
Okay.
But how would you rate your looks on a scale of 1 to 10?
You're so wrong for that. You're so wrong for that.
What day?
This is so wrong. This is so wrong. I know.
With 10 being the best or 10 being?
10 being the best, like the bomb.
Oh.
And 1 being the. It really depends.
How about just today?
It depends on the day.
Oh, well,
I say 8.
Well, today.
Just in general, 8 is a safe
8.
number.
Okay.
General
There's room
8.
for improvement.
I'm a 5.
What? You're not a 5.
I'm a 5.
That's just throwing out numbers for us to play with.
Exactly.
That's throwing out numbers and get feedback. You know you're not no 5.
Take your shirt off, then we'll say you're 5.
I'm just going to say, if Bo Derek thought she was a 10, I'm going to go ahead and give myself that 10. I mean, that's my number. It's my sports number. Dime.
Nice.
I mean, 10 works for me. I'll take it.
I'll take a 9.
Take a 9. No, I'm going to take a 9. I'm going to take a 9.
And I agree, like you said, there's always room for improvement.
I'm going to think it into existence. That's in my mind. I'm thinking it into
Go ahead.
existence.
I'm going to take a 9.5.
I'm going to think it into existence.
Is it possible to live
Knoxx?
a normal life and
What?
What was your number?
Just-
I was going to. Oh, no, ma'am. I was not letting that slide. Knoxx.
God damn.
Miss Knoxx.
You didn't say it?
You were going to let her get away with it.
But you didn't notice that she did.
No,
Thanks a lot, Shayna.
I'm here for you, boo.
Actually, when that question came up, I said, I know where her
Don't make
answer
me
is.
just be the arrogant one on the stage.
Because I'm just curious. What did you think my answer was going to be?
A 7.
Oh, well, that's good because I definitely was going to say a 7.
Oh,
No, I thought I was going to say a 7. Yes.
Oh, we're being humble and bashful.
Oh,
We're being humble and bashful.
No,
I thought
would
you
say
would have
7.
said something different.
I would say 7, depending on the day. Did I Photoshop myself that day?
Well, I'm only
Did I
thinking
take-
about my own personal Photoshop image of myself.
Exactly.
Because in my mind, there's no cellulite. There's not. Like when I see myself in my mind, it is like such a false pretense of what I probably really look like.
Yeah.
So it's a 10.
Early in the morning, I'm definitely like a -1.
It's a 10 in my mind.
Join the club.
I won't show those things, of course, in public, but in my mind, it's a 10. I want you to believe it. I want you to believe it. I want you to believe it. I want you to believe that it's a 10.
I believe that all of you are a 10.
Yes, I do.
I believe that all of you
I believe
are a
it
10.
too.
Okay. Is it possible to live a normal life and not tell a lie?
No.
No.
Not as an imperfect human.
Not to be a nice person.
No. There's not.
I
There's
agree.
no way.
Yeah, not if you want to be a
There's
nice
no way
person.
that there's-
Sometimes
The
you
more I
have to
think
lie,
about
though. There are instances where you have to lie.
Yeah.
Right.
To
And
make
whether
people
you
feel
call it a
better.
white
Keep
lie,
people-
whatever color you put
That's
on
a
a
lie,
green one,
but
a
you
blue
have
one,
to sometimes.
It is.
Lies aren't always bad.
It
Sometimes you
is
have to
a
lie to your kids.
Right.
He's so smart. He's so beautiful.
Santa Claus.
Are you about to
bought
lose
it.
your house and car? Things don't get better.
No, they're not.
No, Santa Claus put that under the tree.
Right, the tooth fairy left that $1.
Right. Right. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to do that. But I don't.
Your dad's coming back.
I don't think that.
He'll be back.
It's been 3 weeks, but he'll be back.
Yes, that's your father. Yes, he is. Call him daddy. Sometimes you gotta tell. No, not me.
Your
Okay.
daddy.
Wow.
That is your daddy.
I didn't say that.
I did it.
Wow.
I did it. That was so not a
That
10
is
of me.
hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, that just goes to show you. No. What you have witnessed tonight.
Gotta do the wrong things right.
This is very real, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but our show has now come to a close. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. You all are just beautiful to me, and I think that you are all 10s. I don't care what anybody says.
You get a 10. If you get a 10, you get a 10. You get a 10.
Thank you,
10s
Miss
across the
Oprah.
board. 10s.
10s across the board.
As always, we thank you for watching, and ask that you join us again when next we speak.
Thank you.